We're about to find out.
Well, absolutely, and I really like this change up towards the harbor. To what Mimi was talking about, you can isolate the duelists and other players like that using the utility, but also it's going to give you a lot better entry into the site on this attacker side. This is the side of the map where they really struggled last time. It was a 10-2 half for Heretics on their defenders against G2 on this ice box. So this gives you the ability to not let those cracked aimers have those easy angles, hold those spots. It gives you a little bit more ability to obscure things as they use this cascade to obscure this B hit. And it's going to come down to Boo, who's already ducking away from this owl drone, sees it coming, wants to try to hide, but his presence is revealed. Good recon dart there to check by Trent. Now Boo is just going to have to see if he can maybe get a one and done. Wait for the rest of his team to come because it is a full-on B hit for G2.
And it is. Wingman leading the charge. Coming down, Poison Orb on the setup. Plant now in play. In time, going to start working against Heretics here, who've also taken some pretty good early damage. Gans and Boo both getting tagged up. Or they try to engineer this one. Poison Orb back up, fragment. That back yellow, Dizzy up over the top line. Going to be connecting here, but that ping reveal, but Icy able to put him down. Patty Tech treads that back. Boo scaling forward, trying to take some more space. Valentine's covering fire. The answer back, and now it is all on Boo. Time just not on his side. Gets the spot on the one. Needed that to be a headshot to really have any kind of hope in hell. Instead, it looks like G2, long last, going to be able to find themselves a pistol round win. Get that first round victory here on Icebox.
And it's just little things here for G2. It's a cascade off the rip. They're sending Leaf out to see if he can maybe get a pick, but no real value found out of that, except that you have completely bought yourself space on the B site. So that's where the real value comes through. And they do a good job. They get really deep in their post plants. That makes it so difficult as the defender side to push forward. Like you said, they have to scale through, and it's just good crossfires, good anticipation there from the side of G2. But it's all about that early little extra piece of util. Buy themselves a little bit of extra space. This time, Team Heretics going to get aggressive on the back of this cascade, see if they can catch Leaf out. He's gotten up in the nest, but I don't think he has any clue that Woot is right underneath. However, this is looking to be a repeat of the previous round in terms of what G2 is trying to accomplish.
Now Leaf in a very stranded position. Dangerous to try to get himself out of here. Sees one on the drop down, and it's right into Woot's crosshair. Who's able to collect the kill. Shots over towards Boo, back at Snowman. He's playing elusively, but it's going to be the plant once again coming in here for the side of G2.
Thanks, Wings.
Push into the back, Boo. Good reply, finds one, but Veggie Fishy going to be traded out. Now the swing into Talon. Stinger, as always, is able to find that headshot. Boo taken down, we're back into a 3v3. Talon wanted to take a more aggressive position just here at the bottom of row. Tucked away. With that recovered Bulldog, certainly can do some damage. To drop down Balin, able to try it out, but Woot now putting it to use. Finds himself a third, takes space, dashes across, headshot connects. Trent still alive, just a sheriff here in the hands of Rianz. The swing out, the chest shot, it takes him low. But he has to hold this. He doesn't have the time. Swing onto the corner, Trent will be able to take it down. A Red Bull clutch to get G2 their second round win. But so many weapons, all of them now lost.
Yes, it's a win for G2. But this has got to be a moral victory for Heretics. The way they play against the utility this time, it's an immediate adjustment versus the previous round. Get Woot tucked underneath. The adjustment from G2 is to push Snowman to try to cut off Heretics as they swing in from spawn. But it's good sheriff shooting that breaks that angle open, and Woot almost again turns around on its head. He has been so locked in today. And let's see if he can keep it up. But G2 now with some breathing room in the scoreline, able to find that much-needed pistol win, able to get the follow-up, but the economy's going to be busted. It's like you said, all 5 players went down. Thrown to check. A bit of an up and over. A lot of smokes to cover this approach. I like this so far from G2.
Thanos popped to try to buy some space, buy some time here for Heretics. A little bit of spray across, but not really finding any connections there. Wingman gonna be shut down, not able to lead the charge, not able to get that plan across, but Balin again with a Stinger, able to find one. Leap. Phantom in hand, takes out Benji Fishy.
Trades.
Defeated.
Woot dead, but now Leaf on the floor. 2 players left alive. Stingers for both of them. Balin down to 45, and now Balin just picked off. Small little spot there. Icy Like he wants to play around with this time that he does have available to him, but Team Heretics already turned their sights over towards mid. Reading this. Weapon out. Fight found. Who's just backing away, and Icy knowing that he can't reroute, he has to go in.
He's one away from the
30
thrash.
seconds left.
Could be difficult as Heretics now is going to gamble towards mid. Seeing if that is going to be the attempted direction that Icy wants to take, but
Should
instead
have enough time to get this play, but they can't
Yeah.
just flood retake. Try to take him and intercept this.
the real question is he going to invest the thrash here? And is he going to connect?
10 seconds.
If
gonna
they're
be
grouped
such a
up like
gamble.
that, he
Spike.
could hit both.
He could, but it's
Oh,
still
no
such
time.
a risk. Tucks away, but now ping revealed. Backpedaling, dropping down. Manages to disguise it, tapping on the rope. But Icy needs to play this to absolute perfection. Drifts across over here, tucks away, bottom rafters, the peek,
enemy
the headshot, found on the one, the thrash, coming through, but he needs to execute immediately. But Riens just gets in on top. He finds the kill, he saves the round. His Team Heretics not allowing for this bonus conversion, a would-be bonus conversion.
Oh, so close. Rien's there. Reads that situation nicely. Knew they had him down weak. Just went for it. Knew they had him trapped in a corner. Just kind of pre-fire through that angle. But I love this approach from G2.
Enemy remains
Using these
player
extra
standing.
layer of smokes to really cover themselves to get these short-range weapons to do damage. And the trades are beautiful. And that usually is a good sign for the attacker side. But they just can't quite get that plant down in time. And just a little bit of a fumble there from Icy. Was so close to having a huge round for G2, but Heretics swings right back into the thick of things. However, their economy was pretty weak after that round. Couple Guardians, Bulldog, couple catches there with the KO knife. So they know there's quite a few at B, and that's gonna allow Riens to slide over. Oh, Benji. So close. Going for the
Shots.
spray.
Just trying to get that wall bang shot across on the Leaf. Now some spray out on the Bulldog, but Leaf able to back off, but Woot now in such a far forward position. Vandal in hand. Getting ready to crush their hopes and dreams. Hasn't heard anything, but oh, that drop down from Leaf. He must have heard it. Do they account for this? If he swings out right now, he'd be able to catch the ball. There's a push forward and Woot! He can't get any of them. Trent! He wisely turns to the side. The snake in the grass. Picked off. Reckoning now invested to clear out the site. Land can come through. Oh, Riens here to Raptors, able to find one, drops down, does get stunned up. Benji fishing in the meantime, lurking with the timing. Just off noted, Valen wise to it. Finds the punish, the man advantage here for the side of G2.
So difficult now for Team Heretics.
Right into the corner, challenge coming in. We're going to be savvy with that readjustment. Patek able to find Jonah P. And right now, it's looking to happen again. Swinging from Valen though is solid. Manages to find Patek. He's on the drop down. The hold on the defuse coming through. They've already gotten into half pool. The swing out. Finds Valen. Goes up in the nest. And the Leaf just cannot intercept. He cannot stop it. And he cannot get the final kill. We're tied up 2-2.
Oh, Heretics getting away with thievery here. This looks so good for G2. They're so good in the post plant throughout this entire year. That's been one of the hallmarks of this G2 squad. If they can get the plant down, get into their positions, they are usually unbreakable, but there's so many layers here that they have to deal with. And they do such a good job accounting for it. They're able to deal with Woot. They're able to deal with Benji Fishy. That feels like it's lights out. All the other players coming from just the defender side of the map. But Boo's able to slip the net. Get underneath their noses. And just barely, Team Heretics right back in it. And it's Stingers, 2 Sheriffs again for G2. Find themselves back on an eco. Woot with the Blade Storm. Hunter's Fury for Riens. Huge ultimates to play with now.
Here.
And Woot has been so good with this Blade Storm as of late.
Swing out from the move, the dash away, but it doesn't go deep enough. Ends up getting taken down. Again, the first kill, but Rien's still here. Finds Valen. Gets himself tucked.
You should
The
run.
back sight. Lockdown now, going to be invested. That Hunter's Fury is available, not opened up quite just yet. Just wanted to scout here with that drone. As they continue to just challenge forward, they'll just destroy it. They'll just pick them to pieces.
Who needs a Hunter's Fury when you're shooting like that? Just insane confidence.
Jonah to try to see if he can do some additional damage here. Rien's taking low, Benji Fishy taking forward space.
Whoa.
Solid headshot, but cannot find the follow-up. Rien's with 3. We'll get Heretics to the same and get them in the lead.
That's a colossal win in so many ways. And that's going to force a timeout from G2, but you don't have to use the Hunter's Fury there. That's massive. The fact that Heretics says, you know what? Nah, we don't need to hold back here. They could be a little bit further forward. Let's just go guns blazing. It's right by 410. We just have to clear those 2 angles, and they do. And that's lockdown gone, and that's ult saved. And now you've got a couple others. Now you've got the Viper Spit. Now you've got Patty Tech's ult. You've got that no command.
Got 3 monstrous ones for map control. With nearly that 4th, Benji Fishy just 1 charge off. G2 feeling forced to use another early timeout. Similar scenes to what we saw on Bind, similar scenes to what we were seeing from them versus Gen G just a day ago.
I mean, yeah, Josh trying to do what he can to get G2 back into this. Trying to find adjustments. I mean, the executes look really good for the side of G2. It's their post plants that are failing them. And that's a big sign of concern for this G2 squad, because again, one of their hallmarks this year has been really steady post plants. That's usually where they're doing a ton of damage in these attacker side rounds. Just getting into those positions, and then very few teams have been able to find success, but Heretics has no fear. They know what the win conditions are against this G2 post plant setup, and it's just to push them, guns blazing, and catch them off guard, and it's worked a treat. So G2 now able to get guns again at least, but now you have the operator for Woot to deal with potentially. He's on the B side of the map, is all the attention right now over towards A. A Nano cleared out there by Paditech, able to back down. It's at least a little bit of extra space, and Paditech playing right on the back of this Cascade, looking for this early pick. He's got a little bit of help maybe from Rien's to set him up. Could use his own util, but right now G2 trying to figure out what they need to do to get around this corner. Drone as well confirms. Still, Paditech holds his ground. Is G2 going to be able to read this? It's going to be very, very challenging. Paditech finally swinging, catches Icy off guard.
Lethal tries to get on the pipes. Leaf does manage to answer one back. Rien's going to be taken down. Shock dart a little bit wide. Paditech still just tucked away in Woot, spotting one, and Jonah P going, yeah, not going to peek that angle again.
Nah, I'm good. I don't like what I saw there.
If they commit the Nano to the corner, might be able to get at least a bit of damage here on the Paditech, if not the pick itself. See the uncertainty here from the side of G2.
They're pinging pipes. Maybe they just want to put a player up there, try to get on top of Paditech, see if they could swarm from a couple different directions.
Swing and Spike on the ground, up onto the rope. He somehow gets the 3rd, but Trent answering back with 2. Keeping the odds even for now. But Boo above, ready to strike. Hearing the footsteps, looking for the catch. Jump up, the peg shot through. Trent taken down as Boo drifts away. The Spike, just enough time to get the plant across. Attempted the wallbang shot with the operator, but Boo, plenty of time to rush forward and collect the easy kill.
Just a beautiful hold from the IGL for Team Heretics in a 1v2, and plays it so nicely. Able to get that spot onto Trent and take him down through the wall. But it's this early push out for Paditech to cause his huge problems for G2. They're just not ready for this angle, and removing that Gecko from this round makes things oh so difficult in this comp that a lot of teams love to run on Icebox. Not having that wingman for the plant, not having that Dizzy to buy you a little bit of extra space, not having that Mosh to clear maybe behind the box or near screens, things like that. There are a lot more angles and things you have to account for as the side of G2 in those situations, and Heretics handles it great. And of course, Paditech, those 2 kills were phenomenal.
Still some investments here from the side of G2. Outlaw Bulldog to be the biggest ones. Just not spotting much. Recon as well. Not getting a catch. Woot just disrespecting the snake bite, rushing across this one. Gets the spot there on the Balon, but cannot find the hit.
Oh.
Now he's down to 34 HP. An all-in gambit to try to find that kill, but just barely evades him.
Now they're swinging over towards 8. Bought a lot of attention on the other side of the map. Benji Might have got a spot of Jonah P there. Well, now they know for sure as he clears the turret. Everybody else walking right towards Rien's angle on top of screens. Gets spotted by Leaf. So Rien's tough situation to consider here. Don't really have great mid control. Finally, Benji's going to get there to make sure that it's clear. But he is going to be under a lot of pressure.
Recon picking him out. He's trying to stay elusive, trying to avoid. And what is that?
Whoa.
The dragon crosses here in the footsteps.
Oh!
Getting Leaf to boot. Rien's is absolutely indomitable. Pushing forward, gets himself a third. They're all aligned, and he collects the board.
I mean, this Heretics squad has no give. Just insanely on point, insanely confident right now. They are reading these situations so well. And Rien's, I think, got a spot on the Valen as he was crossing outside of that high tide. Sees the tracers. Yeah, that second one was filthy.
Absolutely disgusting.
And oh yeah, they've still got all those ults, by the way, because they haven't had to use them.
Just the lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown use, sure.
Revealing area.
It's a hollow win for G2. They want the rounds, but they just can't quite get them. Boo just bouncing back. Only one here on this B side for the time being. Looking for a tempo pit here. There's not much to flush them out. They could counter pit their way forward. Maybe just
Right here.
hunt their thieves and try to fish, but there it is. Pit now invested. Ping's coming down and space being taken in mid by Woot. So if they try to rotate back, they're gonna have to deal with that operator.
Oh, yeah. No util to clear this back angle if Woot comes from that way.
Nice, he does build this up on the hunt. Knows that he's not within the pit itself. And there's a push forward though. Boo, able to find one. Might send out, but smoke integrity gonna be draining quite quickly. Gets himself back inside, maintaining the pit. Counter spray not connecting. Patatek's still gonna be safe. You can see G2 scratching their heads, wondering how the hell do we get out of this situation?
They're stuck back here, completely trapped by this pit.
Jonah P instantly decayed down to one. Would have to be a timing, a miraculous shot. He pushes out of this.
Oh my
Not picking
God.
anything. He's able to find it. Boom, gonna get dropped. Patatek over the top, also taken down. Jonah P trying to be the savior, trying to rescue them here. But the Hunter's Fury comes out from Rien's, and it manages to connect. Cannot interrupt the plant. That still goes through, but the man advantage now there for Team Heretics on the retake attempt.
Whoa, have to put up the high tide, try and buy a little time. Rien's be on point with those shock darts. Makes the defuse.
Tap coming in. Go for breaking the pullback from Valen. Not yet spotted. Swings with Benji fishing on the wide angle. Able to find it. Nicey. Cannot get more. Plenty of time to defuse. Heretics continue to lock G2 at 2-round wins.
I mean, I loved what Jonah P did there. He gave G2 some hope, a chance potentially. But Heretics, the number is just too much. Losing a player early. Boo doing such a nice job being evasive in his pit to avoid the thrash. Not able to stop the plant, but it didn't really matter with that Hunter's Fury because it gets the kill. It buys that extra bit of space that Heretics need to push through. And the energy continues to flow for Heretics. Certainly getting some help from the crowd, but Benji Fishy, a perpetual energy machine on stage. The man is constantly fueling this Heretics squad to further and further heights. His play and with his comms, you love to see it, but G2 now going on for a 4-man hit.
Quick clear, but Icy swinging out spot, and that spike now taken. Reckoning having to be invested here from Valen, needing to create some space. Sync about to try and delay. Shock dart's going to be set, but Valen finding just a bit of wiggle room to try to get this plant down. Can't take him off of it. Spike now in play here for G2, and now the pit as well being dropped. Hunter's Fury in the back pocket. Everything in the kitchen sink likely to be thrown here by G2.
But Leaf's so far away.
Standing ahead. Shock dart.
On down, Shock not going to be connecting. Big wide swing around here. The backside of Yellow. Flash to try to slow them up. Now the Hunter's Fury coming across. But Patek able to find one. Balin gonna be taken down. Patek!
Oh!
What is that? The pin now dropped! Anna swarms in, but it's already been held to half. Leaf around the back, fights two, but he cannot get the third! Close, but no cigar! Team Heretics continue upward. Now 7-2.
How do they keep hitting these shots? They're absolutely insane. Patek with another impressive double here on Icebox. They are just in cruise control. 7 on the fly. What is that, Patek? Just ridiculous. Just instantly swung up.
This man is breaking the game before our very eyes. Before this packed arena. Heretics ripping G2 limb from limb.
It's just brutal. G2 now back on an eco. Only a Bulldog for Leaf. The Valorant Classic with a Stinger.
Enemy tag.
Then 3 Sheriffs. That's it. 1 away from a lockdown again for Leaf. Having some impact, but last time that lockdown fruitless for G2 in terms of getting a round win. They'll be pushing forward. That op now shifting over towards 410. Back up into the nest. Patek up close and personal again, right by this orb.
Patty slowly starting to take some space, swings in and Leaf likely looking at the mini-map, not ready for it either way. Patek more than happy to collect the kill.
Look at the instant rotations here from Team Heretics. They know that often Leaf is playing by himself, so they're going hunting towards the other side of the map.
Slow creep up, does get spotted, but Benji's right there for the trade. But instead, it's just thievery. No exchange made. Boo. Pushing forward, catching Balin, tucking back the bite now, flying.
Spike planted.
Fall, shock dart, able to collect that kill. Push forward from Icy though, punished. And that leaves Trent now all on his lonesome. A 1v4, clean with the Sheriff so far today. But he's outmanned, outgunned, and outdone. A half by investment, but mercy not in their lexicon. Team Heretics continue on their warpath. They want a 10-2 half once again.
They are just storming their way through this map again. Just like we saw on Bind. Just like we saw the last time these two teams played this map. It was a 10-2 half on the defender side for Heretics. They are in cruise control. And oh, by the way, Patek has another no command. He just used it a couple rounds ago.
Sure.
And he's right back on it. Because he is just fearsome. Patek just pummeling these front lines. The orb here on the A site. G2 can do nothing about it. And that's such a good shock dart.
I mean, he doesn't find the damage, but still.
Yeah.
See just how cheeky and confident he is with this. Sova util 14-3 and 5 at the moment. It's better about sending that 0 point available to try to interrupt that drone, and it will.
Lockdown,
however, still able to get out. The timing decent. Fragment, there's the
Oh,
bounce.
it's so good.
And he's got it right towards that inner circle. The final pulse will shut it down. Not letting him get away with anything remotely easily. And now G2 evacuate the A site.
Unbelievable how on point Heretics are in so many ways. That right there, that could be tricky. It's easy to screw up that grenade because it has to be so close.
But it's all Woot all day over here at this B site. Dash and Loretti to Dizzy, able to find the connection. He's hold his ground, tries to go for a timing. Tries to go for that no scope, but does get put down. A solid kill found here for Trent. The time bought as Heretics rotate their way across over to this B site. And now going for the plant, the Thrash on the hunt down below, not spotting out anything, but okay, Boo does end up getting detained, does get picked off. Trent on the exchange, man advantage still there for the side of G2 as this util starts to be taken away.
Out of charges.
The Owl drone to check. That's about it here.
You get the catch on all of them, and Benji Fishy going to be taken down. G2 in a solid spot as it's just Patek left, and this time he cannot make it happen. G2, they will push back. They will find themselves a third round win.
Last round
And that's
in the
massive.
half.
Their economy was going to be in tatters again, but now they're able to squeak through another bye. This time around, doing a really good job, being a little bit more patient. Even though that lockdown gets cleared, there's no rotate off of that. Heretics decides that with that many players there, that early spot on that 0 point, they thought, okay, well, still going to be an A hit. Leave Woot to his own devices. The Dizzy makes things very, very difficult for him and goes for the hero play. Comes up short on the barrel stuff. Patty Tech up on the pipes. Oh my God.
Dizzy not going to be cleared out. Patty Tech just having to drop back. Now going to be spotted out here by the recon. Benji Fishy poking out of that 2 window. Able to find Jonah P on the linger. That shuts down that flank. Going over the top.
Oh, Patty Tech.
Launch into the corner. Patty Tech just being flushed around this B side, flushed out into the open, where he can be collected.
Oh.
Rand's dead, but able to find Balin, but Plant coming in. Boom. Some noise, taking some shots, trying to find that kill. Currently it's a 3v3, but this backstab coming in from Woot. It could be everything here for Heretics to get the 9-3.
Oh my.
Do they note this at all? Now, looking at the answer is going to be no, but Benji Fishy distracted as the alarm bot comes chasing. He gets taken down. Who up onto the rope, cannot survive. Woot now making his presence known. Knives popped, up and over the top, spotting them out, but connection's not going to be found quite just yet. He knows that he has to go in for the challenge. He has to try to take them down, but he's being worked lower and lower in time, is being drained. They're not giving him the opportunity. It's well played here by G2. As Woot, not much he can do. They know he's got to try to go for this hold, but Trenton will not allow it. G2 make it the 4.
That's huge for G2. And this round, they're able to keep Icy alive. And that utility of the Gecko, so valuable. You have the Dizzy to clear the early space, and then you have the Mosh to flush Patty out. Really start breaking things open there. Leaf gets up on top of board 10, finds a great kill on the screens. I don't know how Rien's got his. He was already getting peppered there. He's already getting aim punch, still able to find one, but
got 4. Let's go.
insane stuff.
Yeah, gets it because he's Rien's. He's 15-5-5 at the moment.
Yeah, and he dominated on this map last time for Heretics.
Yeah, that he certainly has. Well, now we go into the halftime, but let's hear from someone we haven't seen in a little while. We've got Boaster standing by with an interview with Mika.
Hey guys, we have a very special guest here. Let's welcome Boaster! We all joined in dancing. Now, I hear that you have a very big fan on stage right now. It's Benji Fishy. He's your #1 fan. What does it feel like now you're cheering him on?
其实我们都知道 Benji Fishy 是我们 Boaster 的头号粉丝。那现在你站在这里看着他正在舞台上比赛，感觉怎么样呢？
I think Benji Fishy works extremely hard and he's playing so well this year and I think he deserves all the success he can get.
我觉得 Benji 是一位非常刻苦努力的选手，这一年他都非常的努力，所以我觉得他现在取得的成功都是他应得的。
Well, the score is now 8-4 in favor of Heretics. What do you make of the match so far?
那根据现在的比分来看 ，Boaster， 你觉得今天这场比赛你怎么看呢？
Yeah, I think Heretics are looking on form. They're playing so well. They're playing together. I think in order for G2 to start winning, they need to start playing together as well.
他觉得现在 TH 他们整体的状态都非常的好，他非常的看好他们能够继续拿下这场比赛。
And finally, we hear you have a special message for this crowd. Let's hear it.
大家好，谢谢你们的支持。声音大了。
声音很大，大家很热情，热情。
All right, let's hear it for Boaster. Thank you so much.
谢谢。
谢谢。
我爱你们。
The man of many dances, the man of many voices. Got it nailed. Of course, the audience showing love, but him showing love for Heretics and Benji Fishy in particular with how they're performing right now. He's right, they do deserve it. The way that they've been fighting with a sub, with many people watching from home, has been immaculate.
No doubt. I would say there is some silver lining here for G2. This is a side of the map that Heretics struggled on against them. The last time they played, you know, it was just such a monstrous advantage that Heretics had going into that second half that it made it really, really difficult for G2 to ever find their footing because they only needed 2 more rounds, or 3 more, excuse me. Pistol was 1. Heretics. They're on the move and Woot is knocking him down.
He's already killed 3. Caught with utility hand, swings the corner, finds Icy. And now it's 4 players strong, just Jonah P left alive.
Unbelievable.
Spike planted.
Unbelievable.
Can he do any damage? Couple shots there into the shoulder of Rienz, with the headshot found on the opposite side. Heretics continuing, now 9-4.
You know, one thing I was thinking about before that round started, I was looking at the scoreboards and I'm like, Woot's kind of not having the best map there.
Yeah. I mean, he was playing a lot hotter over on bottom.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, well,
One enemy
yeah.
remaining.
he's just reading your mind.
That's-
You're the one who looks like Professor X, but
Yeah, well, that's
peeking in and he wants to shut you up.
that's why I got rid of the hair, you know. It improves my psychic powers, I swear.
Well, now G2 needing a miracle. They want to try to win out this round. Just the single sheriff here from Jonah P. Everybody else on classics. Of course, that Vandal in the hands here of Woot.
They're playing so far back. That allows a little bit of extra room to maneuver here for Team Heretics to grab an extra orb. Check. Gonna get close? Yes, they are.
My God. Just doesn't even give him an opportunity. Couple shots coming across. Hands out wide, challenging. I mean, Icy dead before he even hits the ground. It's all focused. It's so snappy. It's so instantaneous here from Heretics as they continue to push their advantage. The shock dart to try to stop him. Trying a little bit more. He will be able to answer one back, denying a flawless, but he cannot deny Heretics getting up to 10.
It's just brutality. I mean, if more players from Heretics can back up what Rienz and Patty Tech were doing, if Woot, Benji Fishy, and Boo come online, then forget it. Woot is feeling himself so far on this attacker's side, and they've got all rifles except for a Guardian now in this bonus for Team Heretics. A real opportunity to do some serious damage. They even have better armor, because you're able to slot one more full armor buy-in. So this is barely
Revealing area.
advantage for G2 with the rifles. A little bit further forward, that's nice for Icy.
Very nice peek out. Not getting anything off that recon ping, so just kind of reading where the positioning was going to be at. Expecting it, and it's a solid opening kill. One of the things that G2 have been struggling with in this series is capitalizing on these man advantages.
Yes.
Right here.
It has been a real struggle for them, and so many odd man situations that Heretics have been able to overcome. They're going to sneak Woot all the way up in the nest for free. Icy sees it.
Nano's still at the ready. Cleared out, burned. And avoided.
Here.
Right now, rotated back across, Poison Orb set up. As the flash comes in, Woot plays off it beautifully, but he's going to be traded out. Valorant taking him down. No way to check for that crossfire setup. The punish is in. G2 man advantage, but another pop flash. Benji Fishy unable to come up with one. For now, they're holding him at bay. Staving them off and buying some time. The fragment locking 3 over in screens. Push coming in, but Lee able to find one. Who cannot get the headshot line up there onto Jonah P. It's all in Patty Tech. He's only able to come up with a singular kill. Up over top of the rope, Jonah P finds it, and that's gonna be G2. Shortening the gap, getting halfway there. A 5th round victory.
And it's still just, it feels so tense right now. Yeah, it's a bonus for Heretics. And you never know with the way that they've been shooting. But Icy with a massive opener, like you said, able to dodge. Recon. Valen, huge kill onto Woot in the back. This drive-by here for Leaf. Phenomenal onto Benji Fishy. Didn't even look like he stopped, but he did. Absolutely insane speed. Maybe now G2 starting to feel this tempo, starting to feel the speed at which Heretics can fight back, and fighting back themselves. Valen, oh boy.
Committing in for that orb grab does get the Reckoning online. Widely backs away. All set up to just go ahead and further delay.
No ambiguity right now about what Heretics is doing. There's been no pressure on the other side of the map at all. There's no lurking player.
Leading the charge. Leaf starting to creep back out of kitchen. Get himself able to rotate in a little bit faster here. Nano Swarm able to get a little bit of damage across as the Reckoning now going to be opened up. Trent able to find one, but traded out instantly as Boo comes up with that kill. The push forward to Boo, reestablishing his aim, finds Leaf, Icy dead. And suddenly it's a man advantage here for the side of Heretics. Talon can do more. Plant coming in, the push up from Jonah P, trying to work his way up through screens. There's the alarm bot, the vulnerable connecting, and Rien's taken down. Cove now with the tap coming through. Assess out the positioning, but Boo, I don't think he's made any noise. He's out here, does find that headshot, doesn't make it close, doesn't make it costly. But G2 will continue to rally back.
Oh, Valen comes up massive there. There was a lot of post-plant utility left, but the fact that G2 gets ahead of it, because there's 2 shock darts still in Rien's bag, there's 2 nano swarms still in Benji Fishy's bag, and they're never able to get into a position to use them. Great awareness here. And also, once again, stuns are cosmetic, as we saw from that Nest kill.
Enemy remaining.
That looked like that might have been round with that Nest kill in the middle of the Reckoning, but Valen not giving up. This G2 squad certainly seen it too many times. They've been grinding. They know how to come back. They have the mental resilience. Boot's gonna pop the blades on this eco, a hero rifle for Boot. A few ultimates to speak of on the side of Team Heretics. They can get that space. Right now, just spreading the map. No death ball attack. It's just Benji Fishy through mid. A couple players here trying to use their util to draw some attention over towards A. So they can set up for this Blade Storm over towards Jonah P's direction.
Nano cleared out on A, but now it's drifting back. Swoot trying to go ahead and lead the charge. Still the best Jonah P at this corner earlier before, but now it pushes him out right into Benji's open and welcoming arms. Caught off guard though, Valen coming up with 2 critical kills. Who now dead? Dasher on the back, the first knife, not connecting. Hunter's Fury opened up looking for that kill. Can't quite make it happen. Shock dart not clearing. Spike not yet planted. Fragment in to try to buy some space and time. Heretics will be able to get the spike planted. Flashbang. Shock dart tagging up Patatech just a bit, down to 79. Reconning into the open, no one spotted. Heretics. Some blades and a rifle, can they make it happen? He gets the fadeaway shot, Leaf gonna be taken down. Now into the 3v3. This would be a back-breaking round to win here for Heretics to try to shut down G2 and Wound. He finds himself a second. What is that? 4 quick kills, 11 rounds, and no hope for G2. This man is unstoppable.
Woot is wiping them out. This is insane. The first fadeaway, not bad. Then he just goes crazy. 2 connect onto Valen and Icy in a row. Even Benji Fishy can't believe it.
And that's the only appropriate reaction.
Yeah, that was my reaction too.
And he's so damn young. He looks like he's been doing this for twice our lifetimes.
He's got a gift.
Poison's off.
The hand of God. Unbelievable. It's Heretics not wanting to cede any more ground here to G2. Bit of a half investment here from this squad. Frankly, just a classic. Some ults to work with for a retake, but for now, have to play off the side, have to give up some space.
Shock dart not gonna connect. Lands above. Oh, Woot, this is so dangerous.
Considering challenging, he's just gonna be dashing out into his own cloudburst. Gets taken down, but it doesn't matter because the rest of the team, they're flying outward, they're pushing off the site, taking the fight to G2's doorstep. And they have broken it off the hinge. 12-6. Heretics 1 round away from moving up 2-0.
What confidence, Achilleos. What absolute confidence they have to make plays like that, to sacrifice yourself. So Woot goes absolutely nuclear in the previous round, and then in this round, it's a completely selfless play, knowing that it is going to be really difficult for himself to get kills there, but he can set up the rest of his team for that aggressive push out of screens. And they just start knocking players down.
And what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
If you're the coaching staff right now, how do you say stop Woot from doing what he's doing? When he's doing it so instantaneously, when he's doing it oftentimes unescorted on his own.
You just gotta hope that your players can dig deep, that they can find that response in terms of their own aim, their own mechanics, their own decision making. Because I don't, in the round with the Blade Storm, I don't feel like G2 did a ton wrong. It's just, right now, they're so accurate, they're so fast, they're so confident. And you're seeing it in rounds like that previously, where that confidence bleeds into more success. It just kind of keeps compounding on itself and gives them the ability to make aggressive pushes that you don't expect. Yeah, it was against an eco, but so what?
I mean, we're talking about him. He's fourth on the scoreboard for his team. Rins 29 and 8, still out in front.
But this was the concern, right? If other players other than Riens and Patty Tech started heating up, what do you do as G2? Yes, you've got ults here to work with. You've got the Thrash, you've got the Hunter's Fury, you've got the Reckoning. You've got a lot of ways to clear this pit that Heretics has. But are you going to be able to get there? Are Heretics even going to give you a chance? Because they're happy to just fight.
Leaf almost backpedaling into that one.
What a nano. Beautiful lineup.
All comes down to this. G2 running it back previously. A smaller deficit against this very same team.
And Rien's really trying to buy a lot of attention, and he's succeeding. Even investing a shock dart there. And just trying to keep an extra player or two shifted towards the A side of the map. So far, it's been working. Cut Noise on the other end. And with the way that Jonah P plays so far back, he often doesn't play right behind green. So you're able to gain just a little bit of extra space and use that against your opponents. Love the way Heretics is working the map right now.
They just sussed out maybe a spot, a pixel out of place. I don't know what it is, but Woot finds the opener. Leaf able to trade one back, but then dead. Jump across to the Bosch. He's getting himself out the safety. Benji Fishy still far forward, still finding value. Valen gonna be taken down. Pit now invested. Heretics want to end the map right here, right now. The push out from Icy. He's dealt with. Benji Fishy finds himself 3. Doesn't get 4. Looks to challenging for it, but it doesn't matter. Riens from downtown finds a headshot. 13-6. Team Heretics. They get themselves up to match point here in this series. One more map. They go to the grand final.
That's a harrowing affair right now for G2. Can they bounce back and do what Fnatic did?
Absolutely unreal scenes again here from Heretics. Let's see if that continues or if G2 can find their footing. One last opportunity.